everybody, even though it's like 11:48, still technically morning. This is Deanna with Food Bank Beautiful, and I am going to do some things today. I don't know how much of it I will be able to do for you guys. I have a great big, long, hideous list of things I need to do today. Hideous chores, things like laundry. Forget the laundry. Fold the laundry and put it away, right? Unload the stinking dishwasher. Girls gotta vacuum, all right? Girls gotta vacuum because I don't know where they are. They're right here behind me. Sissy and Betty Jan have been keeping company all day. They've been running in the back room to see Grandma. They're all over the living room. You'd think they'd be poopied, but they're not. And I already did a clip of what Grandma had for breakfast, so you will have already seen Grandma. Well, no, you'll probably see me first, and then you'll see Grandma. Now, do not be thinking girl is going to look pretty for you today. It's not going to happen. I just had to hunt around until I found a hair tie, and there's one right here. So let's get this hair taken care of, and then I'm going to tell you what I am going to do with you today, okay? Now, you might be looking at this shirt going, hey, she's got some cute clothes. She does, but she rarely wears them because I'm very messy, and I just don't have the energy for that. But all my clothes are in the laundry. There we go. That's what I'm going to do today. I don't know where my hat is. I went to bed with it on last night. I made my bed this morning and I couldn't find it. I don't know. Okay, collateral noise. Agnes and Harry are with the other chickens in the coop and the coop yard. So I don't think they'll be out today. I have lots of things I need to do and I don't want to be looking after them. Grandma's a little bit unhappy about that, but you know, life is tough for everybody. Got little strings hanging out, yeah. Okay, the two little chickens, Sissy and Betty Jan, are over there. Grandma is back here. She's feisty this morning, so you might be hearing her comment or talk along with us. I did offer her twice to come out here today and join us, and she declined. She likes to stay in her room quite often. She's got her favorite TV shows in there. She loves her snuggly bed. I think she's just trying to get her meds down, and then she's going to take a nap. So when she wants to come out, she'll come out and join us. Now, what are we doing today, Deanna? What are we doing today? We are going to make sourdough bread, all right? So, I'm going to show you Baby, all right? Baby. This is Baby. Baby is my sourdough starter. I don't know if I've showed her to you guys before. She's 4 years old. She started the day yesterday right here, and she's come up, and then she's come back down a little bit. She's all nice and bubbly. I don't know if you can see the bubbles. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to make a loaf of sourdough bread.
Yum.
Yum. Now, when I have my Dutch oven, I do sourdough the traditional way. I make it, I let it rise, I fold it, fold it, fold it, fold it, fold it. I let it rise again overnight or in the refrigerator. And then I take my little razor and I razor the top of it, and it makes beautiful bread, right? Okay. I don't have my Dutch oven here. So what I do is not conventional. I acknowledge that right up front. So, you know, feel free to comment as you wish. Just understand that I know this is not traditional sourdough bread. However, it's my kitchen. I can do what I want, right? Right? All I want is the flavor of the sourdough. And because I don't have my Dutch oven, I'm going to bake it in bread loaf pans. And since I'm not doing the whole 9 yards, I don't want to be turning it and stretching it and, you know, saying prayers over it. Whatever you have to do to get your sourdough to do what you want it to do, I'm not doing that today. So we're going to go ahead and do it anyway. I'm going to show you how to cheat on your sourdough. All right? Okay, so what are the ingredients? The ingredients are 1 cup of sourdough starter. This is a food bank item. This is just flour and water. All of the last flour for about the last 3 months have been food bank, so we're going to call it food bank item. Salt. Salt is mine. Warm water. Mine. And somewhere between 3.5 and 4.5 cups of flour. I don't have all of that. I don't think that's enough flour, so I'll use all of this, and then the rest of the flour I think is flour that I bought. I'll have to look at the flour packages, and then I know if I bought it or if I got it from a food bank. So that's what we're going to do. Now, yeah. Are you guys excited? Are you a little scared? All right. For those of you who are new, my name is Deanna. This is a channel called Food Bank Beautiful. In this channel, I share my food bank hauls with you. I try to encourage you and empower you to think about what you need. And if you feel like you need to use the food bank, I want you to feel supported, and I want you to feel like you have the resources to know what to do and how to do it and what to expect. And then I also show you throughout the week after every food haul some of the things that I make from mostly food bank groceries. Now, you won't always get everything you need to make a particular dish, but over time you'll find out that you have most of it or half of it. It doesn't even matter. Maybe you just have one thing to make your favorite dish. So what? It's one thing. Use it, enjoy it, make what you want. Okay? Now, can you hear the babies over there? I don't know what they're doing. I'm probably gonna have to put gloves on and go clean up some stuff, but not here. So let's go ahead and get started. Actually, I need to go to the sink and do a better job of washing my bowl. Apparently the inside looks pretty good, but I just saw the outside, and we're not going to do that. We're going to start with clean things. I'll be back.
Right there. I'm going to eat a bite of this so shortly.
All right. You want to say good morning to everybody?
Good morning, everybody.
All right. This is Sunday. I believe it's February 18th. Grandma is not having gruel for breakfast, but let's take a look at it so she can eat, okay? Grandma, do I have permission, honey?
Of course.
Okay. So, Grandma has a piece of the blueberry bread that we made together yesterday.
Yummy.
She's got some leftover French fries from McDonald's that she
Yummy.
wanted. It's about 10:30, so it's really more a brunch.
Okay.
If she wasn't going to get the French fries, I had a leftover hash patty from yesterday, so she'd have gotten that. So I can live with the French fries.
Yum,
She's got
yum.
some nice orange slices. These are the ones I zested yesterday. And a little thing of mango cream yogurt and an apple juice. She's got her coffee and her meds. So, Grandma, do you feel like you got a good breakfast?
Yep.
All right. Okay, darling. I will leave you to breakfast. I'm going to go. Oh, my God.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Oh, my God.
Chickens came in the room.
This is the one room I don't like them to run free in, because this carpet is not indoor, outdoor, and it's a little bit harder to clean, so I need to bring them.
Oh, dear. They wouldn't dare do anything bad. Look at
Really?
the little things.
Really?
How cute they are.
Really, Grandma? I'm looking at you now.
No. Look at those chickens.
No,
They're
no.
so cute.
I'm looking at you. So when they poo on the carpet, I'm going to give you a scrub brush, and I'm going to let you clean it up.
Oh, no.
Grandma's going, I know you're not going to do that. Okay, let me get him in the other direction. I will check on you in a little bit, okay?
Okay. Oh,
All
look at
right.
those babies.
I know. We need to get your bed all freshened and
the hell
all
with
kinds
the
of...
bed. Just look at the babies.
This is my life, people. This is my
They're
life.
sweetie. They're
All right.
so cute.
I know they are, sweetheart. Okay, I need you to eat your breakfast, though. Okay, all right. Do you want to say goodbye to everybody?
Bye, everybody. I gotta go eat.
She loves to eat, so it's not really a problem. All right. Okay, washed my hands, re-washed the bowl. Everything's tidy, and we're going to get started. Oh, I need a measuring cup. Oh, I see one. We're in luck. Okay, so I misspoke. We're going to use 3/4 of a cup of sourdough starter. So let's go ahead and get that in my bowl, and I'm going to pour it up here so you can see the consistency. You can see all those glorious air bubbles in there. That is going to be some good, nice sourdough. Whoa, whoa. And it smells so beautifully sour. The taste is what I'm going for. I am not going for traditional, you know, take 2 days to make sourdough bread. We'll get to that later when my stuff comes from New Mexico. Okay? Not today. Not today, people. 3/4 cup of sourdough starter in the bowl. Now, my cousin sent me a recipe for sourdough crackers made from discard, and I think I have everything, but I don't know if I have the patience to roll it out and deal with it. Now, okay, so my water is nice and baby bath warm, and I'm going to add a cup. So far it's 3/4 cup of starter, 1 cup of nice warm water. There we go. And 2 teaspoons of salt. We're going to call that 2 teaspoons. Ta-da! Okay. Now, I'm going to take this and I'm going to whip this around a little bit, and then I'm going to show you what I do. I just feel like you guys are going to... Those of you who make your own traditional sourdough bread are just not going to love this. Okay, here we go. Can I get you guys down here for that? I can if I move some things around. All right, just going to give that a little stir. There we go. Now, if this were my traditional bread, I would add the flour and we'd just spend the day folding and stretching and talking to it and loving on it and everything we have to do. But we're not doing that today. Not gonna happen. Okay, I can't tell you how glorious that smells. Now, we are going to add a packet. Yeah, are you scared? I know you are. We're going to add a packet of active dry yeast because I don't want to sit with this bread all day. I do, however, want to find a pair of scissors so I can open up the packet. Okay, the packet is open. I'm going to dump it in there. All of you are cringing. Deanna, that is not sourdough bread. How can you call it sourdough bread? What are you doing? Blasphemy, heresy. Oh, yeah. I don't care. My kitchen, my glorious rules. Okay. Now, looks like that. Okay? Nothing fancy there. You see that? I'm going to leave this for about 15 or 20 minutes. Then I'm going to come back and add the flour. I'm going to knead it. And then I'm going to leave it alone. I'll do a couple of quick stretches. And then I'm going to let it rise a bit. Then I'm going to put it in 2 loaf pans. Let it rise again. And I'll bake it sometime late this afternoon. Okay, that's it. Deanna's scary sourdough, not quite traditional bread. All I want is the sourdough taste, okay? I don't want to wait 2 days for it. Okay, I will come back in a little while. Okay, some time has passed. I don't know if I can get centered. We don't know. And I am going to add the flour. It takes anywhere between 3.5 to 4.5 cups of flour, just depending on, you know, the thickness of your starter, what the weather's like outside, can be anything. So I did check my flour And I did have this open. This is still a food bank flour, so this will all be food bank. And I got Sissy all, not Sissy, I got Baby all nice and pretty to sit on the counter again. So we'll probably do those crackers maybe this week. We'll see. All right, now we're going to do this. I'm just going to put the camera down and walk you through it, or at least show you. I won't keep you here for as long as it takes me to knead and whatnot. So we're going to do 3 cups of flour to start with. 1. You love the way I measure? 2, or is it just cringe-worthy? That's good enough. 3, and I'm going to go ahead and pop this in here. There we go. And I'm sure that I will be a floured, covery mess when this is done. So I need a spoon. Okay. Spoon. Let's go ahead and stir this up. And we'll get a pretty good idea of how much more flour we need to add. I don't want too stiff of a dough because I would like some air bubbles in my bread, but not doing it the traditional way in a Dutch oven. I don't usually get that. But I do get a nice sandwich loaf. Makes good grilled cheese, good French bread, good sandwiches, whatever we want. My hands have been washed again. Okay, that's about all I'm going to do there. I'm just going to do a little dusty down here. And it's just easier for me to do it on the counter than it is to mess with it in the bowl. We are going to save that bowl though. Okay, let's just get to it. And that is what we're going to do. Now, I hope you guys all have nice plans for today. I hope that if your weather's nice where you live, you're getting out and abouty outside. If the weather's not great, I hope you're finding something fun to do in the house. I hope your to-do list is not as long as mine. I hope you have more fun things than I do. So let me just read you the list while I'm kneading here. Things to do today. Make bed. Cross that off. Laundry. Nope, still looking at it. Fold and put away laundry. Who are we kidding? Straighten my clothes bin. I don't really know if that's going to happen. Pack the package for the girls. I have a package that I am sending out to my 2 granddaughters. One is 10, one is 4. And I've been working on it for a few weeks. I finally have everything to go in it, so they'll get a nice package. I do want to put that in the mail on Monday. Bake brown butter chocolate chip cookies for Addie's package. I really don't know if that's going to happen today. Make a wild rice soup. I really do want to make that. I want to make a chicken wild rice soup, but I don't know. Vacuum. That's a must. That has to be done. Next one, clean the kitchen. I need maid service. It's not going to happen, but I dream of it. If I ever win the lottery, people, I don't want anything fancy. I just want somebody to come in and clean my house once a week. That's what I want, okay? I need to do a chicken cleanup patrol. Now, there's nothing sitting on my carpet that I'm aware of. I don't want you to think that they just run amok and are nasty. I keep that pretty clean. Vacuum Grandma's room. Yep, need to do that. Clean kitchen. Did I say that already? Do I have that down twice? I would love to clean the kitchen. I'm just going to bring myself up for that. Right? I want to clean the kitchen, but I don't want to unload the dishwasher. Do not want to unload the dishwasher, and it stops me every single time from getting my kitchen clean in a timely manner. Does anybody else struggle with that? Okay. The next item on the list. Unload the dishwasher. Yeah, we'll see. check back with me at 8 o'clock tonight and see if I've done it. Chances are only, 50-50. Take a shower. Yep, I need to do that today. And I need to clean my bathroom. Could use a little bit of attention. Right now there's a great big load of laundry on the floor. And then I just need to do a freshen up on the shower, the sink, and the toilet. So that's my list. You guys got a longer list than that? I hope not. Okay, so this is looking really nice. I'll do the rest of the kneading off camera, but you can kind of look and see what that's looking like. Looks good. I like it, but I'm going to give it a little bit more, and then I'll let it rest for about an hour, and then I'll deal with it at that point. Okay, you guys have been great. I'll find you in a little while. Okay, we are all finished kneading. I kneaded that for about 7 or 8 minutes. I love the texture. I think it's perfect. Oh, such a nice little loaf. Good. Just gonna toss it right there, and I'm gonna put a clean towel over the top. So there it is. And we're just gonna leave it pretty much doubled in size. The texture is really nice. Maybe by the time I come back or bring you back, my kitchen will be clean. We will see. All right, I'll see you guys in a little while. Pull that out. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of a knead. I kneaded that for about 7 or 8 minutes. I love the texture. I think it's perfect. Do a little such a nice little loaf. Just going to toss it right there, and I'm going to put a clean towel pretend like we're doing a real sourdough. And we're just going to leave her be for at least an hour. Maybe by the time I come back or bring you back, my kitchen will be clean. We will see. All right, I'll see you guys in a little while. Okay, we are all finished kneading. I kneaded that for about 7 or 8 minutes. I love the texture. I think it's perfect. Oh, such a nice little loaf. Just going to toss it right there, and I'm going to put a clean towel over the top. And we're just going to leave her be for at least an hour. There you go. Maybe by the time I come back or bring you back, my kitchen will be clean. We will see. All right. I'll see you guys in a little while. And let me leave that right there for a minute. Okay, we are all finished kneading. I kneaded that for about 7 or 8 minutes. I love the texture. I think it's perfect. Oh, such a nice little loaf. Just going to toss it right there, and I'm going to put a clean towel over the top. Now, because we're not doing the 2-day version of sourdough, I'm just taking by the time I come back or bring you back, my kitchen will be clean. Oh, that's loud. All right. I'll see you guys in a little while. Okay, we are all finished go ahead and I'm going to stretch about 7 or 8 minutes. I love the texture. I think it's perfect. Oh, such a nice little loaf. As easy as that. Just going to toss it right there, and I'm going to put a clean towel over the top. And we're just going to leave her be for at least an hour. Maybe by the time I come back or bring you back, my kitchen will be clean. We will see. All right, I'll see you guys in a little while. I'm just going to pinch everything together. We are all finished kneading. I kneaded that for about 7 or 8 minutes. I love the texture. I think it's perfect. Oh, such a nice little loaf. Just going to toss it right there, and I'm going to put a clean towel over the top. And we're just going to leave her be. And it's not very big. Maybe by the time I come back or bring you back, my kitchen will be clean. We will see. All right, I'll see you guys in a little while. Stray piece of pepper in there. Okay, we are all finished kneading. I kneaded that for about 7 or 8 minutes. I love the texture. I think it's perfect. Oh, such a nice little loaf. Just going to toss it right there, and I'm going to put a clean towel over the top. And we're just going to leave her be for at least an hour. Maybe by the time I come back or bring you back, my kitchen should double in size again. All right, I'll see you guys in a little while. Okay, we are all finished kneading. This over the top. That for about 7 or 8 minutes. I love the texture. I think it's perfect. All right, I'll see you guys when I'm ready to put this in the oven. Nice little loaf. Just going to toss it right there, and I'm going to put a clean. Okay, we're going to take a look at the dough. It's been sitting for about an hour, hour and a half. I'm touching it right now. Feels good. Okay, let's take a look at it. So there it is. It is pretty much doubled in size. The texture is really nice. So I'm just going to pull this out. I'm going to pull that out. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of a knead. Nothing too crazy. And then I'm going to just do a little quick stretch. Just enough to pretend like we're doing a real sourdough. Okay. Roll that up. Knead it a little bit more. And we're going to give it another stretch. Kind of get those glutens going. There we go. And let me leave that right there for a minute. Now, because we're not doing the 2-day version of sourdough, I'm just taking a loaf pan. I'm going to parchment paper. Oh, that's loud. Like so. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stretch and get this ready to go in that pan. And I'm going to let it do another rise. And then we're going to bake it. It's as easy as that. Fold those ends under. I'm going to pinch everything. I'm just going to pinch everything together. Pull that down a little bit. And that is it. It's got a little bit of tension. This pan is not very big. So, can you guys still see? Yeah. Looks nice though. Oops. A little stray piece of pepper in there. Okay. She looks like that. Now this should double in size again. So we're just going to put this over the top. Let it do its thing. All right, I'll see you guys when I'm ready to put this in the oven. All right. While I was doing other things, my bread was taking care of itself. I believe it has now doubled in my bread pan. So let me show that to you. Get a good view of it. Yeah, it's come way out of the pan. So at this point, I have turned my oven on to 400 degrees and I'm going to bake it. It takes about 20-25 minutes. And then when it's done, I'll pop it out of the oven. I'll butter the top and put a little bit of salt on it. It's so delicious. And we have a loaf of bread for the week. So I will bring you back for that taste test because Grandma will definitely want a piece and so will I. And I am still contemplating making the chicken and wild rice soup. I think I'm just going to do it and I think I'm going to bring you guys along. But I think that will be in another video. Okay? All right, so this one we're going to bake the bread and then I'll bring you back for a taste test. All right. Hi everybody, this is Deanna with Food Bank Beautiful, and this afternoon, it is Sunday, February 18th, I believe. I think that I am going to make a chicken and wild rice soup. And I'm looking at everything I have, and I believe that almost all of it are food bank items, and that's what I want to show you, how to cook with your food bank items. So let's start with the one thing that is not, okay? At least not most of it. So I have 2 quarts of roasted chicken broth, and this was a Costco chicken. But everything I used vegetable-wise to make the stock, the onions, the carrots, and the celery, all of that was food bank. So I have 2 quarts of that. I have 1 can of this. This is glorious, right? I have some frozen, not very much. I wish I had a little bit more of this, but I don't. So hopefully on my next food bank haul, I might be able to find some. I have a little bit of frozen onion. I'm going to use that. That's a food bank item. I have a little baggie left of leeks, carrots, and celery. I'll be using that. Then I have some diced red peppers and yellow peppers and orange peppers. That's a food bank item. I'm going to be using that. And then I have something that I very rarely cook with. I have a baggie. I don't know where to show you. I have a baggie of what looks like wild rice. And so I'm going to go ahead and just make a little soup. It's going to be so simple. I'm going to saute some vegetables. I'm going to throw a soup in a stock pan. And we're going to call it good. I've got some bread in the oven that I made earlier. And that is going to be, I think, super yummy. Yummy or not yummy, it's what's for dinner. Okay, I have a great little hot plate down here, so I should be able to show you this. I don't see any reason. Oh, and I've got 2 limes. I might throw some lime juice in that soup. Okay, let's get you down here, and let's turn this on. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to start out in this pan, but I have a soup stock pan right here. So I think we're going to be fine. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some butter to this pan. And I'm going to saute the vegetables for just a minute or 2. Not much, just a little. There we go. And I think it'll take, that was on my stove where I'm making bread, so it's a little bit warm. We'll give that a second to warm up. Okay, it looks like that butter's heating up nicely. I'm going to go ahead and use the last of this onion. I'm going to save the bag because I do have some additional onions that I can cut up and put back in the freezer, so we're going to do that. And then I'm going to add this. It's just a little baggie of leek, celery, and a little bit of carrot. I wish I had more carrot, but I don't. So we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to carry on. It's going to be good soup. And it'll be nice for dinner tonight. So we're going to stir that up. I did find some fresh spinach that I want to add to this soup, and that is also a food bank item. And then I pulled out some seasonings. I don't know for sure what I'm going to use, but I've got basil, dried chives, a bay leaf, parsley flakes, and thyme. And then, of course, salt and pepper. So we're just going to give that a little heating up. You can hear the chickens. They're right here underneath my feet. If I slip and go crashing to the floor, we're going to blame it on them. Okay? Throw a little salt in here. So everything here except for the chicken broth and the spices are food bank. And I think I got most of it on this last time. Well, the leeks have been in the freezer for a week or 2. So So we're going to get that going. Going to open a can of chicken. There we go. And I'm just going to dump the whole thing in my stock pot. I'm going to open my 2 quarts of chicken stock and put them in the stock pot because I want to throw my rice in and get that cooking, because my guess is wild rice should take about 40-45 minutes. That smells nice. In it goes. Beautiful color. Let's do this one. This is going to go together in no time at all, like less than 5 minutes. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and put that on the stove. To that, I'm going to throw in about a cup of that rice. Looks like there's probably 2 cups in here, so I'm going to use about half of it. Here's the baggie. So I did use about half. Oh, I forgot to throw some peppers in there. We're going to want those because I'm a little bit short on carrots. Whoa, didn't want that many. That's how many are in there, so that's what we're going to do. Got some avocado right here that's pretty ripe, so we'll put some avocado on top of the soup when we serve it. And I think it's just going to be really good, you guys. I love soup. I make soup at least once a week. There we go. You guys see that okay? All right. And to this, I think I'll just go ahead and add my seasonings. We're going to add some parsley. We're going to add some thyme. Not too much thyme, just a little. About a 1/4 teaspoon, I'm guessing. I changed my mind on the bay leaf. And I think I'm going to change my mind on the chives. I am going to put in a... hate it when I haven't taken care of my spice lids. Mostly because I hate this part, getting that paper off. Going to add a little bit of basil, not too much, just a pinch, just a pinch. We'll start, let's see what that smells like. Smells good, looks good. And I'm going to add a pinch of red pepper. Now this is a little bit iffy. I don't know how Grandma will do, but the tiniest little pinch. If it's too spicy for her, I'll make her something else. I have plenty of things in the cupboard for Grandma in case something's too spicy. At any rate, that is pretty, right? Okay. Can I get any higher? No. All right, the spinach I will add to the soup right before it's done. This, because most of it was frozen, I don't even really think I have to do anything. I think I can just go ahead and toss it into the soup as is, which I think I will do. So that is easy. Taste the broth. It'll be a little bit cold, but I want to see if I like the flavor of it. Let's see. It's going to need some things. It's going to need some salt. It's going to need some pepper. I'm trying to look for my Better Than Bouillon chicken jar, and honestly, I cannot find it. One of the challenges of this very small house is that you would think I could find things easily. I find that to be absolutely not true. It takes me forever to find things. So let me leave you and see if I can go find that bouillon. And if not, I know I have some other bouillon, which I need to find. And then I'm going to season up that broth a little bit better. Okay, I found it, but it took a while. All right, let me put that in the stock pot. The broth, I added some of that chicken bouillon base, and that's all it needed. I think it tastes really good. Yeah, that's yummy. Okay. The hardest thing is going to be waiting for that rice. That's about 45 minutes is my guess. And then I will chop up the spinach, toss it in that soup, and dinner is done. It was as easy as that. All right, I have pulled my bread out of the oven, and it smells absolutely delicious. I am super satisfied with this bread. I'm going to show this to you, and then I'm going to butter the top, and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of salt on the top. I wish I had some nice sea salt flakes, but I don't, so I'll be using regular plain salt, and it'll still be delicious. Now, I won't be able to cut into this right away, and my soup is still cooking behind me. That wild rice, it takes a while to cook. So let me turn the TV off, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, let me see if I can get this bread out without burning myself. We shall see. Oh, yeah. That is it. What do you guys think? Not bad for a wannabe sourdough loaf. Now, it'll taste like sourdough. It might not be textured exactly like sourdough, but it'll taste like sourdough. It'll be delicious. So let me bring you down to the bread right there, and I'm going to butter and salt the top. Just a little bit. And then we're going to wait. It's got that nice sound to it. Just going to take a little bit of butter. Just give it a nice little basting, if you will. Oopsie. Looks like I'm basting a few other things, like my counter and my hot pads. Just a little bit more. Okay, that's enough of that. And just the tiniest, I won't probably even use all of that, just the tiniest little bit of salt. Oh, maybe I will. Okay, now it can sit here and cool while my soup is cooking, and when my soup is finished, I will come back and give a taste test on the bread and on the soup. All right. Moving right along, people. Okay, the rice, that wild rice back there, perfectly cooked. So I went through my spinach and I washed it all and I checked it leaf by leaf because I want to make sure everything looks good. I'm going to go ahead and use the whole package because I don't have anything on my menu plan for another half thing of spinach, and I want to go ahead and use it up. So I'm going to pop this in the soup. Just going to walk right over there and dump it in, people. There we go. We'll give that a minute or so, and then I'll be able to taste that for you. The bread is still too warm for me to cut into. So it will probably be taste tested on the episode that is just the sourdough. Okay? All right. I have some soup in the bowl, and I tasted it over there. It is so good. I did go ahead and add about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half of the lime juice, and it just brightened this soup up to be absolutely beautiful. So here's the soup. Can you see that? It's gorgeous to look at. That green spinach and that little bit of carrot is so pretty in there. If I'd have had my way or had carrots, I would have added probably a cup and a half of sliced carrot to this. But I don't have any. So we will see. I am going to pick through now and get the perfect bite. The perfect bite is going to require some chicken, some spinach, some of that wild rice, and some broth. I feel like I need a bigger spoon. And it's going to have to cool down a little bit. Can you see the steam come off of that? Yeah, that's pretty hot. Now, if you had gotten 2 cups of wild rice, what would you guys have made? I make chicken soup about once every 10 days, some version of it. I make a lemon, Greek rice soup. I make a standard chicken and rice soup. I make a chicken and noodle. I make a chicken taco soup. I make chicken and dumplings. I do all of that, and almost all of it is with food bank staples. So this one I was so excited to try because I never buy wild rice, but it is delicious. All right, let's see if it's not too hot. The spinach is perfect. Carrot is really good. The broth and the chicken is so yummy. Make this, you guys. If you get wild rice and a can of chicken in your next food bank, make something along these lines. It is super delicious. I'm going to sit down and eat this. I think Grandma's still resting, so I'll feed her in a little bit. And then I'll go back to the bread video and sample the bread. All right? Okay, it's been great. We got 2 things done today. I think there'll be 2 separate videos. One bread and one soup. Unless you just see one, and then I will have combined them. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, it is time to try the bread. So let's make sure I've got everything. This is what it looks like, just a reminder. Beautiful loaf of sourdough bread. So we're going to cut a piece for me and a piece for Grandma, and we'll see how it is. Okay. Let's bring you down here. Okay. Okay, that is what the inside of the loaf looks like. It's really soft. You do have some air bubbles, though not the kind of air bubbles you would have if you made it in your Dutch oven. That's the other piece. Now, I buttered and salted the top when it came out of the oven, and I think it's going to be just delicious. Next time I get some fruit, or maybe I'll have to wait till the spring. I don't know. I've got to make myself a little bit of jam.
What do you guys do? You can't be in here.
That's Grandma. Sissy and the other one. Betty Jan just ran into her room. All right, here you are. Butter, bread, salt and butter on the top. Let's take a bite. Okay. There is nothing wrong with that. It tastes like sourdough. The texture's beautiful. The flavor's good. And we put it together in what? We mix it up. We waited an hour. We shaped it. We waited another hour and we baked it. So about 3 hours and we had a loaf of sourdough bread. Telling you, sometimes the girls gotta cheat. I'm gonna take another bite. It has a nice chew to it, and the crust part is really chewy. Can you hear her? She's a riot. She is an absolute riot. Hold on. Grandma, do you want a whole piece or a half piece?
I don't know, whatever's easiest.
Whatever's easiest, she says. What that really means is she will like a whole piece. And she's going to get a whole piece. And I'm going to cut it in half for her, though. Okay, that is it for the day. I am done. I don't know if this will be 1 or 2 videos, but I also made some gorgeous chicken and rice soup. And that was so good. It was so good, you guys. It was so good that if I don't get wild rice again anytime soon, I'll probably buy a bag of wild rice. It's really good. All right. Thanks, you guys. You are the best. Bye-bye. Okay, my chicken and wild rice soup is finished. It's beautiful with the spinach in it. My only regret is that I didn't have as much carrot as I would have liked, but life goes on. This soup was delicious. So let me bring you down. And I'm going to bring this up so that you can really see it. It's got such pretty color with the spinach. It's got a little bit of carrot in there that makes it pretty. It's got the wild rice, chicken. You can see the peppers. Everything looks really good. So let me get a bite. Got some spinach and some carrot and some chicken. I've got the rice. And I'll bring you up and we will see what we think. Oh, and I did add those 2 tablespoons of lime juice. It's gorgeous. It just brightens this soup, makes it so fresh. Let's taste it, people. Wow. That is lovely. So again, this is just an example of what you can make using your food bank groceries. Be creative. If you don't have everything in 1 week, give it another week. Give it another week. Eventually things accumulate a little bit and you can start putting pieces together and make beautiful food. This is gorgeous. I am going to eat this whole bowl. And then Grandma and I will, well, we're both eating it for supper, but we'll probably eat it for lunch for the next 2 or 3 days, along with the remaining part of my bread. And it'll be gorgeous. So that is it for me today. I wish you guys the very best, and take care. If you like this video, go ahead and like, subscribe if you like, come back if you like. All right? Thank you, you guys. You are lovely. Bye-bye.